Alam nyo naman sa mga panahon ngayon kung saan-saang mga studio matatagpuan ang mga programa at ang mga stars. So, nandito tayo ngayon sa isang studio sa Quezon City kung saan nagtitaping ang susunod nating ka-one-on-one dito sa Korina interview. Sino siya? Walang iba kung hindi French Dancing with the Stars Worldwide Champion, Billy Crawford! Handa na ba kayo? It's Billy Crawford.
Hello.
I'm so proud of him. International Grand Champion.
No.
Ay, palakpakan naman eh. Palakpakan naman.
Thanks, Miss Kay.
We're so proud of you and I'm so happy you're back. Dahil inabangan talaga kita, nandun ka pa lang, pinapanood pa lang kita. Kailangan ko siyang ma-interview. At eto na.
I'm here. I'm back.
Yes, what did it take? And of course, hindi lang naman siya Dancing with the Stars. He's Billy Crawford. Yun ang gusto ko malaman. Okay? Handa ka na?
Handa na ako.
Okay,
Let's go.
Let's go. And Billy Crawford is in the house! Woo! Yeah! So proud. From child star to international grand champion of a dance contest. Can you imagine? Sa Paris, France. Wow! Pero alam nyo, pinag-uusapan talaga si Billy ngayon, pinag-aagawan. Nako, hirap ang kumuha ng interview. Salamat sa iyong paunlak. Because he won Grand Champion in Dancing with the Stars in France. Pero sa totoo lang, pag-usapan natin yan ha, Billy, yung pagkakapanalo mo mamaya. But I really think that you're so much more than that. Oo naman, matagal ka ng Billy Crawford bago ka naging International Grand Champion ng Dancing with the Stars. In fact, how old are you now?
40.
40? Wow, life starts at 40.
Yes.
Pero all your life, nakatutok talaga ang camera sa'yo. Ilang taon ka nung magsimula ka?
Nagsimula ako 3 years old. I did commercials when I was 3 till I was about 4 years old. 4 and a half, magpa 5 years old, pumasok na ako sa Dance Center.
Paano nangyari yun? Na-discover ka? 3 years old ka pa lang?
Na-discover ako, actually, my mom was a professional bowler. So, nandun ako sa Magallanes, sa Coronado Lanes. And lagi akong pinapasayaw, pinapakanta dun sa lamesa. So, I was dancing on top of the table. Tapos there were parang director and a manager for commercials, etc. na talagang gusto ko ipasok. And tinatanong na mami ko kung pwede
Super
ba akong
cute ka naman kasi noon. Sarap kurut-kurutin, sarap kidnapin.
medyo bachoy ako noon, apple haircut and everything. Tapos yun, I did my first commercial when I was 3. Tapos nakita na lang ako ng tatay ko, nasa That's Entertainment na ako at the age of 4. So,
Nasa That's Entertainment ka na ng 4 years old?
pumasok na ako dun sa That's almost 5 years old. Yun, audience lang ako. Tapos tinawag ako bigla ni Kuya Nino. Bumaba naman ako. Tapos nakakandong lang ako buong shows. Napansin na lang ni Kuya Germs, parang, bakit may bata dito sa entablado? 4 years old, di ba?
Yeah.
Tapos yun, he started asking me questions. Marunong ka ba kumanta? Yes. Marunong ka ba sumayaw? Yes. Can you sing and dance now? Why? Yun yung tanong ko kay Kuya Germs. Why? Eh, if you're good, you are part of That's Entertainment. So, kinanta ko, Born in the USA. I remember that specifically. That's Entertainment na to. Ito na, mascot namin.
Anong araw ka?
At that time, puro Saturdays lang. Because wala pang Monday, Tuesday,
Daily.
Wednesday, daily groups. Tapos hanggang sa naging Tuesday group ako.
Tuesday group. Okay, talking about Born in the USA. Saan ka ba talaga pinanganak?
Dito.
Dito?
I was born here.
Okay, wait. Bakit Crawford?
My
Amerikano?
father's American.
I
Yeah, my
see.
father's from Texas. He used to work here. Dito siya, he works for oil, petrol, for gas.
Makes sense, Texas.
Yep, exactly. So dito siya for, I think, for over 20 years. They had
Nanay
me,
mo, Pilipina.
Pilipina nanay ko. Taga Iloilo ang mami ko. Taga
Ay,
Haro.
Ilonggo, git.
Ledesma ang nanay ko.
Oh, I see. Okay, so kanino ka nagmana? Sa kanta sayaw?
I think sa sayaw pareho. Pareho silang may rhythm, mahilig silang sumayaw nung kabataan. I think my mom and my dad used to dance a lot. Pero singing, no one sings sa family ko. No one's in showbiz sa family ko. Ako lang.
Wow. So your parents must be so proud of you now. What did they say?
They're very very proud naman ang mommy at daddy ko sa akin, and I wouldn't be this good, or I wouldn't be who I am now if it wasn't for them molding me.
Talaga?
So I owe them
So
everything.
supportive sila all
Super,
throughout.
super.
Okay, wait, but you never took it against them that you were working so young?
No. You know, my dad, since he's in the oil industry, even if he was based here sa Pilipinas, he would still have to go to Australia. He would go to different parts of the world to dig. And so I'd see my dad once, twice a year. So for ilang taon yun, for my nung youth
Hirap
ko,
yun, ah.
it was very difficult. So my mom would be the one taking care of me here. So even if I was in showbiz na, my dad would be away and my mom would be the one taking care of me here and my management. Tapos nung every time na, for example, 12 years old ako, parang hindi ko na masyado nakikita tatay ko. My mom asked me, would you mind going to the States na lang with your dad? Sabi ko, yeah, sure, of course. So I quit everything here. Tinigil ko na lang ang showbiz. Sabi ko, I want to be with my family. So I left. I remember Tita Angeli was the one who produced a concert, a farewell concert ng akin, Billy Joe farewell concert when I was 12.
Billy Joe ka pa noon.
Yes, Billy Joe pa ako nun.
Billy Joe Crawford siya noon. Ilan taon ka noon when you decided
12.
to leave? 12.
12, yeah.
I
So
see.
my dad was
Okay.
already in the States. Sabi ko na lang, sige. Tapos, I remember I was in Texas. Siguro mga isang taon wala akong ginagawa. I was just in school, playing football, etc., etc. I was really bored. Hindi ko na talaga kaya na hindi kumakanta, hindi sumasaya. Wala ako sa entablado. So I asked my mom, can I join a talent show? And then when it started na, I started joining more things. They were very supportive. Never akong hinindian ng magulang ko. So I wanted to move to New York at 14, 15 years old, and because I wanted to start a career nga there, develop a career, I found a manager there, found producers there, etc.
Decidido.
Decidido talaga.
What happened in New York?
That's when I started everything. I auditioned for everything. I tried to find a record company. I was in a development career, so I was rehearsals every day while going to school. I had regular jobs. I was delivering pizzas. I was working in the youth center.
Wait. Anong mga racket mo noon? Delivery boy ng pizza.
I was doing roofing at the age of 17, 18.
Construction worker pa.
I was delivering pizzas. I was working at the youth center for Queens, for Roosevelt Island. Kailangan mong bayaran yung studio time mo. Kailangan mong bayaran yung mga taong...
At ikaw ang kumikita noon
Yeah.
para doon.
So I was trying my best to balance school, balance being professional as an artist. So, in fairness, natulungan naman ako ng karir ko dito sa Pilipinas, yung at least to know the work ethic na kailangan ko, yung kung paano gawin or paano dumiskarte sa industriya natin.
Oo, no? Hindi alam ng tao yan, ha? Nag-delivery boy ka pala ng pizza, ha?
In my neighborhood, doon ako nagde-deliver ng pizzas.
Talaga?
So I've been robbed many times and now hold up here and
No
there.
way! Talaga? Of course, New York, ano?
Wala, hindi mo maiiwasan.
Oo, but it's funny that you chose New York over LA. No regrets, iniwan mo ang Philippine showbiz to slug it out.
Absolutely not. No naman. Because it taught me a lot. It taught me how to work on my craft.
Right.
It taught me how to communicate better sa industriya natin and to work harder.
Right.
You know, to learn.
So from 3 years old to almost 20, talagang nagtatrabaho ka, nakakapaglaro ka pa ba noon?
Well, in fairness naman sa mami ko, lagi siyang nagbibigay ng oras para to spend time with friends, family, laging may handaan, laging may makapaglaro man lang ako to experience childhood. And when I was in Texas, I was in school lang. I wasn't doing anything except for playing football nga. So parang I had my sense of normal youth.
Right.
So tinuloy-tuloy ko naman yun. Even in New York, I was still going to school, I was playing basketball, I was playing football, I was doing everything at once. So
Well, you must have really liked what you were doing.
I loved what I was doing.
Kasi nagtatrabaho ka para suportahan yung gusto mong gawin eh.
Siguro yung puso ko kasi, it was God has blessed me with my talent. And parang, I just needed to polish and I needed to work on it.
How did you land backup dancer ni Michael Jackson?
I auditioned. Just like every other dancer sa States, I auditioned for the role. I auditioned for dancing. And it was a gruesome month and a half of dance auditions. And natanggap. It was such a pleasure to meet and to work for someone as good as Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, I know. Bakit ka muna pumunta ng Europe?
It's part of the record company naman kasi. Richard Branson owns the company.
Right.
So he was based in London, in France, in USA, and just Japan. So it was big parts of the world. Nung pumunta kami doon, unang Billy Crawford self-titled album yon. I was urgently in love. Yung kanta didn't work. As in, wala talaga. It worked in a few places lang, like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and other places of Europe. But it was, wala. Sakto lang. And then, I was dropped by my label. So, I was fired by my label at the age of 18 or 17 at that time.
Ang sakit nun, ha?
Yeah. So, it took me 4.5 years to get a record company. Tapos biglang after a few years, I was dropped again because of failures, of achievements. So,
Ano ang nararamdaman ng isang 18-year-old, that kind of rejection?
I was pissed. I was really upset. I was really angry. I said, sige, I'll just try something else. And by accident, someone actually from the record company accidentally gave my song to the radio station in France, which is NRJ. It's one of the biggest radio stations in France, NRJ. They played Trackin', which is my second single there. And akala nila it was Michael Jackson. So they were like, oh, it's the new single of Michael Jackson. So it was heavily requested until na inulit nila, no, it's not Michael Jackson, it's Billy Crawford, blah, 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 from the Philippines. Tapos yun, non-stop na siya. And then the record company who just dropped me, by the way, who just fired me, said, can we have a meeting because we would like to rehire you again
Naku,
and do a new contract. Parang hindi ako sang-ayon at first because I mean if it was so easy for these people to get rid of you, why is it so easy for them to take you back?
Correct.
'Di ba? So
Tama.
parang wala lang, naiisip ko na parang wala na akong magagawa. Sige na nga, this is my opportunity. Ito na yung nabigay sa akin. So kagat na lang ako. So I did. Thank God I did. Kasi yun yung start ng career ko sa Europe. That's what kicked everything off, was Trackin' and the second, the third, the
So,
fourth
ang ibig
single.
sabihin parang, okay, hindi tayo pumatok sa Amerika, pero patok tayo
Patok
sa
tayo
Europe.
sa Europe, yeah.
At ano naman itong super gigantic hit na
Trackin'.
song mo?
It was Trackin'. Trackin' was #1 for almost 11 weeks, I think, in France.
Wow.
But France kasi parang ang galing kasi they call it Francophone, which all the countries that speak French, sakop na ng industriya. So, from Belgium, Switzerland, France, other parts that speak French, parang naging #1 yung Trackin'.
Okay.
So, it was a big blessing for me.
So, paano ka natuto ng Pranses? Mabilis ka lang natuto?
Magugutom ka dun. At that time, 20 years ago, there's not one person in France who spoke English. Walang marunong mag-English. And every time na magta-taxi ka, papagalitan ka pa kasi hindi ka marunong mag-French. Kakain ka sa restaurant, babasa ka ng menu, walang nakasulat in English. It's all pain, poulet, ganito, ganyan. It's parang, you're really confused at the age of 18. You know,
Okay.
ang alam ko lang, kaya nag-fast food ako for a good year and a half kasi matuturo ko lang kung anong gusto ko di ba?
Okay, when you're first in France, kunwari pupunta ka ng Pransya, Pilipino ka, ano ang sabihin mo ng isa sa pinaka-importanting sentence na kailangan hawak-hawak mo to survive?
#1 is bonjour, hello, bonjour, or if it's evening, bonsoir. Je suis très très faim. That means I'm very very hungry. Je suis très très faim. Vous avez de l'eau? Do you have water? Vous avez de croissants? Do you have croissants?
Okay.
Yung mga importante basta pagkain.
Importante yan. Kailangan
Kumain. And pag nabigyan ka na,
uminom.
merci. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
That's it.
You should write a book. You should write a book, How to Survive in France.
In France.
Not knowing French. Ano yung mga high and low ng career mo as a star in Paris, in France?
Well, I was there for five years, 5.5 years. My biggest achievements obviously was performing for all these people sa France and performing in another country as well. So that was one of my biggest achievements sa buhay ko, and the awards, etc. It just comes to have a relationship with another country based on your talent. That was a big achievement for me. My downfall was the burnout. The working so much, alam mo naman sa industriya, kapag when you're doing well, parang maraming libre, maraming binibigay sa'yo, and parang wala ka ng sense, sa dami-dami mo ng tao sa paligid mo, you have so many, may entourage ka na, and I was burning out slowly. Parang kandila, paubos na. Pagod na ako, I was being, ang dami lang nagnanakaw sa pera ko, ang dami lang nakikisaw-saw sa buhay ko na hindi ko naman talaga kailangan. My relationship with people were falling na. My biggest downfall was towards the end, kaya bago ako umalis, hindi na ako nagpaalam. I just stopped. I just said, I'm going home.
Totoo?
After 5 years of being in France, I told them, ayoko na. So I'm done. I left, I went to the States.
How old were you?
I was 23, 24, mga ganun.
Ang ibang mga artist talagang gagawin ng lahat at hahawakan ng lahat. Para lang mapunta sa estado mo na iniwan mo basta-basta. Nasa personality mo ba yun?
Hindi naman. It was just it was overwhelming. So I just up and left. I don't recommend it to everyone na you can't just run away from your fear, you can't run away from your problems because talagang sisingiling ka at one point. Hindi nawawala. The depression, the attempts, yung bigong-bigo ka sa puso mo, hindi mo alam kung tama ba yung desisyon mo, mali ba yung desisyon mo. So, wala kang kakapitan talaga kundi yung pamilya mo. So, I really asked for guidance from my parents. What should I do? Kasi wala. Tapos with open arms, kaya nga nagpapasalamat sa magulang ko. With open arms, saying, just come home. Just stay with us. Come home. Be here. We'll take care of you. Kumbaga yung thank God may babalikan pa akong buhay. So, kasi ayoko na eh. Not everything is about money anymore.
Correct. Hindi pangkaraniwan itong nangyari kay Billy Crawford na pinanganak sa Pilipinas, pumunta na Amerika, naging star sa Europa, iniwan. Balik Pinas, talaga ba? Hindi ka ba nahirapan? Hindi ka ba natakot na may babalikan ka pa ba? Okay, pamilya nandyan. Karera, paano?
I remember yung burnout ko dun sa France. I went back to the Philippines after being on tour for 2 years. I was on tour sa France for 2 years bago ako nag-quit. And yung 2 years na yun, I remember specifically, I had 4 days off in 2 years. So araw-araw ako, I'd be on trains, planes, cars, vans, tour buses, entablado, interviews. Kaya ako na-burnout. Kaya ako sumuko. And then when I left, sabi ko, magbabakasyon muna ako sa Pilipinas. Yeah, I'm in the Philippines. Watch your back. There's no place like home. Walang mga beaches na katulad natin dito sa Pilipinas. Yung pagkain natin, miss na miss ko na yung danggit, yung tuyo, yung sinangag, asin, yung suka, yung patis, lahat na miss ko na ng todo-todo. So sabi ko, balik muna ako ng Pilipinas. I ended up breaking my jaw. I had pneumonia when I got here because I was over-fatigued. So pagdating ko dito...
Why did you break your jaw?
Sa hospital, actually. I broke my jaw, nahimatay ako. I had vertigo. It was 2 days prior to being discharged of the hospital. I took my medication. Pumunta ako sa banyo. Pag flush ko ng toilet ko, pagising ko, ang dami ng doktor sa paligid ko. Yung panga ko nandito na nakalawit.
Grabe naman ang mga experience mo,
Ay,
baby.
makulay ang buhay ko.
Wow.
Makulay na makulay. Oh. So yun, nung nabasag yung panga ko, sabi ko parang ayoko nang mag-continue dun sa ibang bansa. Pero pinabalik pa rin ako sa France at that time because I was awarded. Tapos bumalik lang ako with a broken jaw. I was there for about a month. I came back to the Philippines. Sabi ko, dito muna ako for a while. My dad was here. Nag-vacation kami kasama ng pamilya. And si Kuya Germs. Si Kuya Germs, hindi naman nawawala sa paligid ko at that time.
Buhay pa si Kuya Germs.
Yes, buhay pa si Kuya Germs noon. At tumawag siya sa akin, anak, punta ka na dito, magwalang tulugan ka. Tapos, ako bahala sa'yo kung gusto mo pumasok, ganito, ganyan. That's why when I went back, I was actually with GMA at that time. Oh. And yun, I had Move, I had SOP, I had kung ano-ano mga ginagawa. And then, I left again. And then I came back. Yun nga,
Pero
when I came
marunong
back.
ka pa rin mag-Tagalog,
Oo
syempre.
naman. Never naman nawala
Never
yung
nawala
Tagalog
ang
sa akin.
Tagalog
Never.
sa'yo.
Never nawala Tagalog sa
Okay.
akin. Actually, nadagdagan.
Oo
Di ba?
nga.
Nadagdagan yung nadagdagan ng Ilonggo.
Oo nga, kasi nakakapag walang tulugan ka pa.
Correct.
O,
So, ang daming ganap. Tapos, yun na, parang I felt at home.
The other side is where I was born. Makati Medical Center.
I felt na parang, ito yung iniwanan ko dati. So yung babalikan ko ngayon, now may edad na ako, medyo mas marami na akong alam na pwede kong ilagay sa craft ko. Kaya nung bumalik na ako dito, nag-concentrate na ako sa hosting. So I had nothing to do with entertaining and well, it's still entertainment, pero nothing to do with performances. Kaya nag-concentrate ako sa hosting nung pumasok ako sa ABS at that time. And nahasa ako sa Pinoy Dream Academy, working with Luis Manzano every day. And sobrang, nakahiligan ko na. So bumalik na ako dito.
Okay, so dito na talaga. And wala namang dramatic na paghihirap getting back on your feet in your career.
I mean,
Kasi talented ka naman eh.
Hindi
Paano
naman-
ka mawawala ng work?
hindi naman sa ganun. I think, hindi naman sa hirap na pinagdaanan. Actually, mahirap yung pinagdaanan namin nung pandemya. That was I think the hardest part to adjust for everyone, for all artists.
Right.
Because hindi natin alam kung saan tayo lulugar at one point, di ba? So that was my biggest struggle, is to find a new spot and a new place, kasi hindi natin alam kung talagang where was the career and where is showbiz going. Ika nga.
Right.
So, but apart from that, no naman. Sa akin lang talaga, you really have to work hard to achieve whatever success you want.
And you're really more of the talented ones. Ano ba? Ganun lang talaga yon. Kung may talent ka
Thanks.
talaga, plus hard work, hindi ka mawawalan
helps.
hindi ba?
Yes,
O
ma'am.
teka muna sa career ha, sa personal muna.
Okay.
Nakailang girlfriend ka sa buong buhay mo?
Sa buhay ko?
Buong buhay mo? Bakit naman? Grabe. So,
Hindi kasi-
hindi mo mabilang ano?
Hindi naman, hindi. Kasi sa girlfriends, yun yung mga relationships. Kasi ako, when I actually am in a relationship, mahaba ako. Hindi ako yung 1 month break na, move on to the next. No, minimum relationships ko were 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. So, siguro mga before Colleen was, yung girlfriends and relationships was, I think, 3 or 4.
Ah, okay.
Yung relationships talaga.
Okay.
Dito ako nakahanap ng katapat. Yan si Colleen.
Okay, paano mo nakilala si Colleen?
Colleen, nakilala ko siya. Actually, hindi kami nagpapansinan. We both were in Showtime. She was with someone else. I was with someone else as well. Least expectations talaga namin ni Colleen na magkakasama kami. Ngayon, may anak na kami. We're married, you know. It's, you really don't know what you're gonna get until the time is right.
Right. Ano ka naman masyado ka namang nag-fast forward. Paano yung ligawan?
Yun nga,
may
hindi kami
girlfriend ka-
nag-uusap. So yung ligawan namin, as in, parang hindi pa siya nangyayari sa Showtime. Tapos, pareho kami may pinagdadaanan or whatnot. We were kind of rocky na sa relationship. Siya, wala na siya sa ex niya. Ako, I was still parang in and out of confusion. Had no idea kung anong gagawin ko sa buhay ko. Kung siseryosohin ko ba yung relationship ko o hindi. Ang dami lang question na pumasok sa utak ko noon at that time. Tapos, yun, medyo konting-konting nagkalinaw-linaw lang yung communication namin sa isa't isa. We started talking every day. Never kami nag-date na kaming dalawa lang. It was always her with her friends. Parang she was trying to really get to know me and I was trying to get to know her, but I couldn't get to know her kasi ang daming nasa paligid niya. Pero I got accustomed to it, etc. Nakilala ko yung family niya, nakilala ko. One by one, it started to unfold na parang, wow, parang this is someone I'm really interested in. This is someone who I really want to get to know. Yun, 11 months bago siya nag-I love you back.
Sinagot ka na ba ni Colleen?
Oo, sinagot niya.
No!
11 months, pinahirapan niya ako ng todo-todo, ligawan stage, and as in, nung time na ako yung unang nagsabi ng I love you, you know, I really am falling in love with you and I really want to be with you. Ang ano niya sa akin, oh, thanks. Oh, you're cute. Yung mga binabalik niya sa akin. Until that 11 months na lang, sabi ko, buti na lang. One year na, 1 month na lang, magwa 1 year na.
Muntik ka lang mag-give up.
Muntik na ako mag-give up na sana. Parang ayaw niya yata ako talagang mahalin.
So bakit katapat ang tawag mo sa kanya?
siguro siya lang yung kinakatakutan ko. Siya rin yung lahat ng... She's younger than me eh. She's 10 years younger than me. So,
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
yeah,
10 years younger.
She's 10
oh.
years younger than I am. So,
Matindi ba tumalak? Bakit ka takot sa kanya?
Espanyola eh. She's half Spanish, half Pinoy. So, talagang kung magagalit talaga.
Totoo.
You will feel her wrath, you know.
Sino
Pero
sa inyo nagluluto?
ako, I started.
Okay.
Ako yung dating nagluluto, pero siya ngayon talagang nagluluto siya for Amari. She really is hands-on with me.
Really? O
Yeah.
teka muna, bago ang Amari, so how did you know na siya na talaga papakasalan mo?
Yun nga, nakahanap na ako ng katapat ko na hindi ko na, I don't have to put my best foot forward. I don't have to try to impress her. I just have to be myself. I got to know her, I got to know her heart, and I got to know myself through her. So, kumbaga, hindi niya ako pinilit magbago, pero sa kusa na lang lumabas na, bago kami kinasal, I sold all my motorcycles. I sold yung mga ginagawa ko dati talagang sabi ko, it's it, that's finished,
Mga
it's done.
toys for the big boys.
Yes,
Goodbye.
it's done. Pero yung after 2 years of being together, siya yung unang nagbigay sa akin ng motorsiklo because she knew that I'm passionate about riding motorcycles. Parang, no, I don't hold it against you. I know you're a safe driver. As long as you're safe, ito, my gift for you is a motorcycle. Parang,
Oh,
talaga?
cute. Talaga.
So, yun. Parang, I now I understood na the unconditional love talaga. Kumbaga, it doesn't matter. Hindi mo pipigilan kasi yung isang tao. Kung mahal nila ang isang bagay, hindi mo pwedeng pigilan. Kahit na alam mong hindi ikabubuti para sa ibang tao, pero sasakripisyohin mo talaga, but you will just help them and guide them to, to be safe. So, lagi yan, si Colleen, I'm sure nininervyos yan pag nasa motor ako, pero that's my means of transportation. So, I take a motorcycle every day.
Are you safe?
Yeah, I'm very safe.
Oo,
I've been
ha?
riding for more than 16 years.
Wow. So si Amari was planned. Pinlano nyo na magkaanak?
No.
Dumating lang?
No, not at all. Actually, nagpa-check na ako. Nagpa-check ako kung
May
am I
problema.
shooting blanks ba or do I have a problem with me? I remember we were in another country. We were in New York. Bakasyon lang. And weird enough, I was driving, Colleen was next to me, and we were driving in the highway. Tapos, wala, dead ma lang ako. I was really concentrated. Tapos pagtingin ko sa kanya, basta iba yung itsura niya. And then she looked at me, she was like, "You can't see me crying." I was like, first of all, why are you crying? Bakit ka umiiyak? We're gonna have a family, but it's in his time, not ours. Kasi panay kami ng ask na sana, alam mo yun, sana one day we are gonna be blessed with a child. New Year's Eve countdown, I was performing for BGC, and nandun si Colleen. So parang the next day, parang masama pa kinamdam niya. She was sleepy. She was sleeping the whole day. Tapos she got home, yun pala, she was testing na. She was testing for if she was pregnant or not. Kasi yun nga, she didn't have her period na. Parang she was late and hindi niya alam, hindi niya maintindihan. 3 o'clock in the morning, sabi niya, "Love, come here, hurry, bathroom." What's happening? Binigay niya sa akin yung test. Sa ako naman, parang, ano ba to? Inamoy ko pa eh.
Love, are you serious? Love, it's the birthday.
Ano ba to?
Ano ba?
Ito, promise, may video pa yun na inamoy ko. Tapos inamoy ko, tapos sabi ko, "What is this?" Sabi niya, "Look." Tapos pagtingin ko, there's a faint line. There's a really thin line. Kala mo COVID test. Kung makakala mo negative ka, yung pala positive. Positive siya, she was pregnant. The joy in my heart, grabe talaga. Hindi ko na ma-explain kung ano yung nararamdaman ko after. I hugged her so hard, and the biggest blessing para sa aming
And
mag-asawa.
Amari was born.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, biro mo yung mga dugo kay Amari. Merong American, Filipino, Espanyol. Kaya ang talaga naman,
He's
beautiful.
pretty universal.
Yeah, United Colors of Benetton,
Benetton.
siya. Oo, so far so good. How is
So
it
far,
being
so
a dad?
It's an amazing feeling. I can't even ask
Kaya
for
ilan taon
more.
na ba si Amari?
Amari is 2 years old.
2 years old.
His birthday September 10, 2020.
By the way, let me tell you, it's not terrible twos, it's terrible threes. Wait till it's 3. It gets worse. Okay, ngayon,
Yung pa lang naman sana sasabihin ko, he's in the stage of terrible 2 kasi talagang hindi namin makontrol.
Hintayin
So
mo yung
3.
3. Yes. Ayun na yung
Kakasabi lang ni
don't
Colleen, like, I
Oh.
don't know how long I can take of this. Kasi she's still breastfeeding as well.
Oo.
Medyo kumakalma na ngayon. But yeah, Amari is 2 years
By the
old.
way, let me say, ang galing ng ginagawa ni Colleen at 2 years old, still breastfeeding. Bawa ko dyan. Wow, that's so important for a child. A
Yes.
child's health.
My wife is my hero.
Oo, ang
Kasi
galing niya, no?
talagang it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy kung anong sakripisyo ng isang nanay. Saludo ako for all moms. To you guys. Sometimes si Colleen hindi niya na alam kung tao pa ba siya or baka. Yun yung question niya sa sarili niya.
Grabe naman yan. Teka muna. So, what are your plans for Amari?
School,
What's your parenting principle? Like, let him go wherever
he
he's
pleases.
destined to be?
Yeah.
Or are you going to mold him?
There's no limitations for us. Kumbaga, I'm as open as kung ano man ang gusto niyang laruin, ano man gusto niyang tahakin sa buhay niya, ibibigay namin. We will try our best to give him the world if we could. But as long as he learns discipline, as long as he knows what's right and what's wrong, that's it. Okay na kami. Pagmamahal, he's a joyful kid. He's sobrang happy. He's playful. He dances so much. He loves music. He loves cars. He loves flowers.
Hala!
Yeah.
He's just like you.
He's just like me.
He's like you. I
Makulit.
wonder kung sasali din siya sa mga Dancing with the Stars pagdating ng panahon.
At least mabibigyan ko na ng tips ngayon kung paano gawin.
Oo, na hindi naman nakit-nakit ang
Na hindi
katawan
masakit
niya,
yung katawan
diba?
niya. Ngayon pa lang, papa-exercise ko na siya.
O, kita nyo, sinasabi ko sa inyo, si Billy Crawford is much more than just grand champion of Dancing with the Stars of 2022, okay? Ang dami niyang pinagdaanan and he is Billy Crawford. The first ever Filipino to win the French dance competition show Dancing with the Stars, biggest in France and global. Global, right? So lahat ng mga nandoon sa competition na yon mula sa iba't ibang bansa, magagaling din sila lahat.
All of them are very, very good, very professional. Lahat ng pro dancers, ng all the artists that we're dancing with, were professional, competitive ballroom dancers.
Right.
Tapos yung mga kasama nila katulad namin were the inexperienced ballroom dancers. You had athletes, you had actors, actresses, singers, performers. So there's 12 of us.
Wow.
The
Gaano
competition.
katagal yung training?
The training, minimum kasi talaga dun was per day about 8 to 10 hours a day.
A day. At 40 years old, ano ang nagpa-decide talaga sa'yo to really go for it? Hindi ka na nagdalawang isip eh. Talagang...
Well, nagdalawang
diba?
isip ako at
you
one point,
did?
Miss Kay. Yes.
Oh.
Ang nabigay ng lakas na loob sa akin si Colleen, was my wife. If I didn't have her full support and if she wasn't coming with me, kung hindi siya makakasama sa akin, I would have never said yes.
Totoo.
But I asked her na parang, love, ito ay a little bit over 3 months ang I have to stay there. So I don't think, hindi ko kakayanin na wala kayo. Kaya mo bang mag-sacrifice ng 3 months to be with me while I compete? Without hesitation, siya yung nagsabing, of course, we'll be there. So,
Eh, yung
sumama
baby?
sila. The baby was with us.
Wow!
Here
So
and there.
sumama pala sila, Colleen.
Yes,
Okay,
so they were there with me. Yun yung nagbigay sa akin ng malaking check na parang, okay, kakayanin ko to kahit anong mangyari because my family is with. Kaya ako ginawa to was, one of my biggest challenges was to dance ballroom dance. Cha-cha, tango, waltz.
Pero hindi ka nagcha-cha-cha tango waltz dati.
Not at all. Zero.
Okay.
As in zero talaga of zero technique with standard dance. Dance standard ang tawag nila doon. Or dance de salon. I said I would like to challenge myself to see if I can actually learn.
Do it.
And nanalo tayo. So,
Grabe!
It takes hard work.
Alam mo, pinapanood namin talaga yung dance. And I said, what? He can dance like that?
Oh, thank you.
Grabe! Ang galing talaga.
Thanks, Miss
Super.
Kay. Thank you
I
so
thought
much.
I was watching somebody else. And, teka muna, bago yung winning moment, you were talking to us about how difficult it was. Baka akala ninyo madali. Eto, pakinggan ninyo si Billy kung gaano yung hirap niya bago siya nanalo dyan.
Okay, first week of rehearsal, sabi ko, this is gonna be okay, relax lang to, sakto lang. Pero palala pala siya ng palala. It got harder and harder, more hours. And then throughout the competition, yun na, injuries after one another.
Really? Why? What kind of injuries?
I tore my groin. I had a 9 centimeter tear dito sa groin ko. I had calf strain. Both of my ankles were already messed up prior to going there. I have torn ligaments sa left ankles ko. My right ankles, I have 2 ligaments na putol. My back, my lumbago, bumigay na siya because I couldn't carry my partner. So ang dami, sunod-sunod siya from... It got really physical after the 5th week. The first 3-4 weeks, medyo kakayanin mo pa. Pero after a while, hindi ka na masyado kumakain, wala kang ganang kumain. You're exhausted. Siyempre, pagdating mo rin sa bahay, my family was there and I wanted time with the family kasi bihira kang makahanap ng oras with the family or with my child. Kasi pag parating na ako sa bahay, patulog na siya.
Ang laki ng pinayat mo.
Yeah. I lost over 20 pounds in the span of 10 weeks. Wala, you never give up. Siguro nasa dugong Pilipino na tayo na hindi tayo susuko. Laban lang kung laban. Tiis ganda. Grinding your teeth habang sumasayaw ka. Talagang ano na lang, push. Kayang-kaya.
Oo, kasi parang hindi na lang siya physical kung hindi mental.
Mental. It's all a
Kailangan
mental
you're
game.
strong mentally.
Physically,
to survive
nandun
it.
na eh, di ba?
Oo.
You have to be strong physically. Pero if you're really weak mentally, wala na.
Pero dumating ba ang panahon sa'yo na akala mo, ayaw mo na, hindi mo na kaya, sobrang hirap na?
I had the conversation with Colleen. I remember I was crying. I think it was the 7th week. I had to learn 6 or 7 choreographies in 4 days and to compete on Friday. I remember umiiyak na ako, sinabi ko kay Colleen, magagalit ka ba sa akin if I quit now? Kasi hindi ko na siya talaga kaya. I wanted to stop everything na gusto ko na umuwi. Hindi ko na kaya. The pressure was too much. Masakit na yung buong katawan ko, etc. etc. Ang sagot ni Colleen sa akin, yeah, magagalit ako. Kala ko naman isi-sugarcoat niya yung hindi. Of course, we're here to support you. Sabi niya, yeah, magagalit ako. Sayang yung pinintahan natin dito. You should fight, love. You should fight. You give it your best. But if you really can't do it, we understand. Gumano na siya. Sabi ko, hindi. Since you said magagalit ka, I'll take that in my heart. I'll take that in my head that I'm gonna push for the family. So that's what gave me the
Oh,
strength.
wow. And that would have disappointed your partner.
Yeah, it
Diba?
would have.
Kaya po kami nandito sa set, sa entablado, akala namin mapapasayaw namin siya. Pero hindi na pala kaya ng katawan niya dahil sa nangyari sa kanya sa France. Ano sa palagay mo ang nagpaangat sa performance mo? I have a theory.
What?
They know you there.
Well, they know everyone there.
They know everyone there.
They
but
know
you're
everyone
one
there.
of them.
Hello, David Douillet, which is
Sa bagay,
a 2-time gold medalist for Olympics for karate, taekwondo. There is Eva Queen, which is one of the biggest artists in France. There was Carla, yung kasama ko sa finals. She was the youngest parang new sensation of France. Stefan Ligares from Israel. He's a rapper from there. So marami actually na professional na mga sikat naman.
Okay.
Pero siguro yung edge ko, yung generation ko, was the 2000s generation where yung mga kaedad ko, sobrang naging nostalgic. Bumalik sila sa buhay ko. Kasi kala ko people forgot about me. Kasi
Right.
it's rare na makikita mo from 20 years, magdi-disappear ang
So
isang
naalala
artist.
ka pa rin nila doon?
Naalala pa rin nila ako. Naalala nila yung kanta ko, yung sayaw ko.
No.
Kahit yung host, araw-araw niya. Yeah, they was so welcoming para sa akin. na
Because your
parang-
second song was a big hit there.
No, the host actually was joking around of doing my song. Kasi every time na nandun kami sa Friday, laging pinapatugtog yung kanta ko.
Totoo.
Lagi, every
So,
Friday
naging
yun.
nostalgic na rin ang France sa
Sa
pagbabalik,
pagbabalik
mo
ko. So,
doon.
nakatulong naman ang Dihama. Natuwa sila na maganda pala ang lahi ng mga Asians.
Oh,
Kasi
wow.
hindi tayo tumatanda. Yun ang sabi, you're 40 years old. Kasi mga ibang kasamahan ko were younger than me, pero wala, hindi pa rin nawawala siguro yung youth natin sa puso. So,
Right. But okay, so aside from being one of them and recognizing you, what about the performance? Do you think really made you stand out?
I think the performances kasi, lahat naman kami, but I really worked hard for it. Doon ako nag-concentrate sa rehearsals. Doon ako, yung work ethics ko, it also came from my partner, si Fov Uto. She's really good. She's super duper good. And
Wow.
she's so professional and so strict with everything. Nagkwento ako sa kanya kung anong pinagdaanan ko. Eksakto, yan ang gagamitin natin for ganito. It's very orchestrated and organized well. So, kumbaga, kumakapit na lang ako sa mga nasa paligid ko at that time. So, yun yung isang malaki. Kasi from the first week, number 1 kami sa standings for the point system. 1, 2, 3 hanggang 7th week, number 1 kami. 8th week, dun ko sinabing medyo bumaba yung confidence ko. Dun na yung sinasabing dapat mag-forfeit na lang ako, etc. 8th week, naging number 2 ako. I was so pissed off with myself. Sobrang pikon ako sa sarili ko that I failed. For me, sabi ko, kailangan tayo magtrabaho. So I worked extra hard with all the injuries, etc. With medication, naging number 1 ulit kami the 9th until the final na.
Wow, okay. So anong feeling mo that day nung finals?
Wala na. Doon sa finals, kinausap na ako ni Fov. We were highly medicated na. Pero sinabi niya na sa highly medicated. Pareho na kami. She has a problem with her knee as well. Super highly medicated na kami. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, now it's the finals. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. Please, enjoy your last performances.
Oh wow, that's
Yun lang
important.
sinabi niya, enjoy your last performances because remember, this is your last show. Doon na ako medyo naging emotional. Kaya hinalikan ko yung sahig kasi alam ko that was my last performance.
Really?
Win or lose, it doesn't matter. At least I made it sa finals. Yun yung goal ko.
Oo. And when finally you won, wow.
May reaction doon sa nung in-announce kung sinong nanalo. It was Carla or me. Nung in-announce, nakaganon lang ako, nakayuko ako, tapos biglang in-announce na yung panalo kami. Napatingin ako sa partner ko, sabi ko, we won? We won? Tapos paatras ako ng paatras, tapos tumalikod na lang ako, sumiiyak na lang ako. Hindi ko alam, hindi ako makapaniwala na nanalo pala
Ako
ako.
rin, iyak ako.
Kaya tinakbuhan ko, unang-una tinakbuhan ko si Colleen. I ran straight to Colleen
Wow.
and I hugged her really tight. Sabi ko, love, we did it.
Oo
We did it. Tapos
Si
iyak
Colleen
ako
iyak din na iyak.
We just couldn't hold our emotions back.
That's such a great story. All that homecoming thing, and then parang it just embraced you back over there, di ba? Parang wow. I mean, not many people would have an experience like that, ah.
It was one for the books for me.
One for the books and at 40?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we're there now. Ano ngayon ang natutunan mo through all of this? Ano yung natutunan mo dyan? Alam mo, ipapasa mo yan kay Amari. I don't know if he'll ever do the same thing.
Ang natutunan ko, hard work really does pay off.
Right.
That's 1. 2, mahalin mo kung anong ginagawa mo. Really love and be passionate about what you do, especially if it's for a craft that you're working on. 3, enjoy. Never let anything hold you back. And yung pang-4 is, everything is possible pala when your family's there with you.
Oh, wow. Talaga naman. We're so proud of Billy.
Thanks, Miss Korina.
We're so proud of Billy. And
Thank you.
we're looking forward to whatever else. They say that life starts at 40.
I guess it does.
Ganon. I guess it does. You took the plunge and you survived it. And greater heights from here on.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Talagang we're so happy that you gave us this interview. I think napaka-importante kasi ang daming matututunan ng tao sa kwento mo.
Thanks, Miss K.
And again, congrats. We're proud.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Basta sa'yo, alam mo naman, nandito
Oh,
ako
di ka
para sa'yo, Miss
makakatanggi.
Karina.
I knew it. Only on
Always.
Korina interviews.
That's right.
Thank you so much.